Alright, so why does that seem quiet? Oh, because I got the wrong earphones in.
I just love how many devices you have on in your hand right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
5.
Alright, so now this, I got the Rode mic going.
You do have it going?
Yeah. I'm going to need to reduce this up a little bit.
Do you want to, why don't we walk out into the field and to test?
Alright.
And then we can go talk to Dane after that, after we confirm it's working. Does that work?
Yeah, let me turn the GoPro on. GoPro's on. Let me check. Audio. Preferences. Input, output. Standard mic. It says it's got the mic, so it should be good.
You said standard mic.
Yeah, that if I disconnect this, then it doesn't say there's any mic.
Oh, okay.
For input output.
Okay.
Just the default.
I'm surprised it doesn't say Rode. It doesn't recognize it as in the system. Okay.
No.
All right.
Well, no, it's that mic right now.
Oh.
Oh,
the Rode's that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Rode's on the GH5.
Are you sure the Rode is working too?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely working. All right, so
you know what we should have done, and we obviously next time we can do this. I should get some earbuds or something, so that if you need to say something to me, you can say it without it being loud. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That would be great.
I should have done that. I should have thought about it. I thought about it because I thought me not having any way to communicate with you as to what's going on besides saying what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we should get something like that. Well, this is our first one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is just the GH5 recording right now.
Okay. This isn't live or anything.
No, it's not live, but it's going to be up later.
Great.
This is to commemorate our first live streams.
We are here at the Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada, Iowa for the Run Country Fest and 5K. You'll see to my right, Bob Williams Arena. This is very early in the day. Music begins at 6 o'clock, so we've got the run first, which is starting over here at Billy Sunday Baseball Field, which is just east of S14, Highway S14. So you got hours to get here. Registration is closed for the actual race. Again, this isn't going to be live, so you guys aren't going to care at this point anyways, but we expect this whole area to be cooking tonight. Really full. So we will continue to pump out some material, and we'll have live cut-ins throughout the day.
All right, now that's looking good.
Corey Bratta here, StoryCounty.News. We are live at the Run Country Fest and 5K in Nevada. As you see behind me, Bob Williams Arena, which is going to be home to Brian White and Wade Hayes, country stars that are coming to town. Brian actually racing in the 5K today. And if you pan around here, John, we'll take a look. This is Billy Sunday Field. You're probably familiar with this if you're a local. If you're not, this is just east off of S14. So you'll literally take Highway 30. You'll turn north. Turn north on S14 from Highway 30. And registration is complete, but sign in. You'll want to sign in and check into your race at 3:30 p.m. just on the other side of the field. So we'll be having a conversation with Board of Directors President for Run Nevada, the organization that is putting this whole event together, Dane Nielsen. We'll be speaking with him in just a few moments. So stay tuned here to our Facebook page, and we will continue to provide live updates throughout the day here from the Run Country Fest and 5K in Nevada. We will talk to you soon. We'll see you there. We welcome you to the Run Country Fest and 5K. I'm joined by Board of Directors President for Run Nevada, Dane Nielsen, and we are previewing the big race that starts here in just hours from now. In fact, check-in begins at 3:30. Dane, I want you to kind of put into words sort of a summary of the day's activities. I know you're swamped with work right now, so try to, as best you can, put into summary the timeline of events from now until the end of the day.
Well, after a year and a half of planning, we are still kind of flying by the seat of our pants, just a tiny little bit. But no, we've got a great thing planned this afternoon. So 3:30 starts our check-in process. There are no race day registrations for race participants, so that's already said and done. But we'll have a packet pickup area from 3:30 to about 4:25, and then right about that time we'll do the national anthem, get everybody in place, and then start the race. 5 o'clock right over here behind us at Bob Williams Arena here at the fairgrounds. Gates will open, food will start serving from our food vendors over there, and the JC's Beer Garden will start serving. And then at 6 o'clock the music will start. So we're real excited.
And people who have tickets for the concert, which again begins at 6, you mentioned that the gates will open at 5. If you have tickets to the concert, I understand there's some seating available, but people are encouraged to bring seating themselves. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we've got about 60 chairs set up towards the back with some tables for people to sit at if they want to eat. They're a little further back from the stage. There's a big open area right in front of the stage where people can set up their lawn chairs. So we very strongly encourage people to bring their lawn chairs or stand around the periphery. So.
And finally, one of my favorite things is to talk about food. I know we've got several food trucks. Talk about the different options tonight.
Yeah, so we've got Smoking Critters Barbecue. We've got Comfort Food from down in Huxley, and we've got actually for their first event ever tonight, Allie's Food Truck, which is owned by the same people who own Flatheads up in St. Anthony. So real excited to have them all here.
Flatheads is famous. I'm from Marshalltown originally, so St. Anthony's in that neck of the woods. So appreciate the time, Dane. And again, if you register for the race, registration is closed. But if you're registered, make sure you're going to the tent right here. And if you want to pan around here, John, to see, this is, of course, just east of Highway S14 on the corner of West I Avenue and S14 in Nevada. You'll check in here at 3:30. Race will begin shortly afterwards. And again, we'll have coverage throughout the day here at StoryCounty.News through our Facebook page. And again, Dane, appreciate the time, and we'll have a great day. All right, Corey Brett, StoryCounty.News. We'll talk to you soon. Corey Bratta reporting live from Nevada, Iowa, the Run Country Fest and 5K taking place here. As you can see to your right, it is Billy Sunday Baseball Field where the race is beginning. We've got check-in to the right of this. You'll see the little arch, the Runners United Nevada Arch, presented by Burke, one of the faithful sponsors for this very new organization that's putting together these races. The race had to be adjusted because of COVID-19, as everything did last year. Brian White and Wade Hayes were rescheduled for this year, and what a day we have planned, what a day they have planned. And again, race will start here. Check in. If you saw our interview with Dane Nielsen, president of the board of directors, he talked about check-in at 3:30, race shortly thereafter, and then again at 5 o'clock, as you see in the background, well in the background here, you'll see Bob Williams Arena on the Story County Fairgrounds. That is where the concert, all the music will take place. We've got Neil Hewitt, Spencer Braley, Chris Patterson, and then, of course, the main acts of none other than Brian White and Wade Hayes will take place at approximately 6. But again, there'll be some opening acts in there as well. But gates open at 5 o'clock. You can still get tickets for the concert up until the concert begins. So if you haven't gone to eventbrite.com to purchase your tickets, go ahead and just show up. There's going to be plenty of tickets available. Parking, we'll see on parking. There's of course, we don't know the expected turnout yet, but there is plenty of parking here at the fairgrounds. So again, Corey Bratta reporting from StoryCounty.News from the Runners United Nevada Country Fest and 5K. So we'll continue to give you live periodic updates throughout the afternoon, and we hope to see you here tonight for Brian White and Wade Hayes. Corey Bratta, StoryCounty.News. I'm joined by Chris at Smoking Critters Barbecue here in Nevada. We are at the Runners United Nevada Country Fest and 5K, where Brian White and Wade Hayes, are set to rock Bob Williams Arena in just a few hours. The race, as you saw in our previous streams, are starting. But I want to talk to Chris just for a moment because you have an integral part in this evening by filling people's guts. So talk about what people can get at Smoking Critters.
So we're going to start serving about 5 o'clock. On the menu, we're going to have what we call a barbecue sundae, which is brisket, baked beans, pulled pork, coleslaw on the top with the pork belly burn end. Then we'll have our sliced brisket. We'll have pulled pork. And then we have barbecued street taco, which is pork belly topped with apple slaw and chipotle aioli. And we have a Korean barbecue street taco, which is Korean sauce topped with on top of our pork belly.
So for someone listening and saying that all sounds good, what do you personally recommend?
I like the brisket. We do pretty good. We compete. We do pretty good with the brisket, and we do pretty good with our pork at this time.
Drinks available?
No, we don't have anything. You'll have to go to the beer garden for that.
There's plenty of beer at the beer garden.
There is.
All right. Appreciate it, Chris, and we will definitely get some barbecue tonight.
Thank you so much for signing up. We are so excited to have you here. Make sure to stop over and grab your packet along the fence line outside the ball field if you have not yet. And then after you're done with the race, make sure to grab some water at the Burke tent. It is a warm, muggy afternoon if you had not noticed. There is also a water table along the course over by the rodeo arena. You'll be able to pass it not once but twice as you're heading out on the trail, so you'll be able to stop a couple times along the course if you need water. And then, of course, at the end, Burke will get you watered up here. Also, 21st Century helping sponsor the table over by the rodeo arena. As soon as the race is done, you can head over towards the Bob Williams Arena, where we will get started serving the food and the drinks at 5 o'clock, and then at 6 o'clock the music will start. So once again, thank you guys for being here. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. At this time, if we can start to make our way towards the start-finish line, if you're going to be one of the faster people, we need you towards the front. If you're more middle of the pack, line up towards the middle, and if you're going to be walking, definitely line up towards the back. We don't want anyone getting trampled. And hey, in case you missed the announcement earlier, this race is chip timed! Thank you to our presenting sponsor for the 2021 Run Nevada Race Series, Burke, for helping make that happen. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Once again, as we start the race here, you're going to see Dan up here on the gator. He's going to take you around the corner to the right and up to the footbridge. At the footbridge, he's going to peel off, and our bicycle is going to take the lead from that point. So when Dan peels off by the creek, don't follow him, or your race is going to be really short, and you're going to need to ride back.
That's the only way I know. That's the only way I know. The only way I know.
Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We are live at the Run Country Fest and 5K here in Nevada at the Story County Fairgrounds. We're right adjacent to Billy Sunday Field here along the highway, and as you can see, I am joined by none other than, as I introduced him on Zoom during our interview earlier in the month, country legend Wade Hayes. Wade, it is good to see you.
Good to see you. I enjoyed our visit earlier this month, as you'd mentioned. You seem like a really nice guy. I'm glad to get to meet you in person.
My wife said you seem like a really nice guy, so she's looking forward to meeting you later.
Well, I'm looking forward to it too.
So first of all, beautiful weather here.
It's been a great day.
Your thoughts on the activity so far?
It's been an awesome day. I got here pretty early, actually. I got hung up in Chicago for a while, but still got here pretty early. And it's been a beautiful day, beautiful drive up here from Des Moines. So good. Everything's good.
You know, I have a question. Brian, you saw Brian White. We saw him take off here. Why aren't you suited up and doing the 5K?
Well, believe it or not, I was a runner too for many years, and I actually ended up tearing my ACL completely in two, so it is torched.
Wow.
And I've had the doctor look at it and say it's going to take X amount of months for you to heal up from this surgery. And I don't have the time right now. So anyway.
So was that influenced by your just performing and just the wear and tear of being on stage?
Actually, I did it playing sport, a little bit of a tear in high school. This is stupid. I'm getting in this long story. But,
that's all right. I asked you. It's okay.
But about 10 years ago, a fan came up after the show, and it was a big stage. And everybody was gone, and they just came up. And I was up there talking to some of the guys on stage. They wanted an autograph, so I jumped off the stage and landed in a hole, of all things, and it was like that. And and it was mostly done then. So.
What year was this?
I don't know. And I had a surgery then just so I could straighten my leg again. But then I had started running again. I got this really killer knee brace and started back running again. And a few months ago, it really, really got bad. So that doc said no more. Don't do it ever again. So.
What's the reception been like so far here? I know when we talked last, you'd said, well, you'd been to Des Moines, I know, at some point in your career, but it's maybe been a while since you've been here. What's the reception like from what we call Iowa nice here in Story County?
Everybody is very kind and very polite, just as you would expect people from Iowa to be. You know, I've got some longtime friends and fans from this state, and actually had some family from Shenandoah. So, very, very nice, wonderful people here.
Awesome to hear. And to kind of finish this thing off, we've got some music to play tonight, right? You've got some honky tonks and some trucks to sing about, and so talk about the show tonight. What can everybody look forward to?
Well, Brian and I, we do a lot of these together, and between the two of us, you know, we'll be doing mainly hits all night long, and stuff that was top 10 hits for both of us. and we may do a new song or two if we, mood strikes us. But you never know. But we have a good time. We play on each other's stuff and sing harmony with one another. It's fun. It's a great time. I enjoy it.
You guys have such contrasting voices. I think it's the best show. I'm looking forward to it. And is Brian going to tease us with his new single, you think?
I hope so. I hope so, man. I haven't even heard it yet, so I hope he does.
We'll have to pressure him.
We'll have to sneak into sound check and see what he's going to do.
All right, sounds good. Wade Hayes, appreciate it. We look forward to the show tonight. I'm Corey Brad again with Wade Hayes here at the Run Country Fest and 5K in Nevada. Again, if you haven't made it down here, you can still buy tickets up until showtime at 6 o'clock. Again, Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada. For StoryCounty.News, I'm Corey Brad. We'll talk to you soon. Corey Brada reporting live from the Story County Fairgrounds, and we have just seen the first few runners jogging through the area here on the trail at the Story County Fairgrounds as part of the Run Country Fest and 5K, which is a nonprofit event that is actually benefiting the Nevada Foundation, which has done a lot of work for pandemic relief and various things. So again, the race is underway. If you haven't made it here yet to check out the runners and to prep yourself for the big concerts tonight with Brian White and Wade Hayes, be sure to make it over here. Gates for the concert open at Bob Williams Arena at 5 p.m. And, of course, you can still get tickets in person, $30 cash money. You got to have cash. And, again, concert will start at 6 o'clock. This is Corey Browder reporting, StoryCounty.News. StoryCounty.News here. As you can see, we are, some of the racers are on the final stretch here of the Run Country Fest and 5K. Want to give a quick shout out to Dane Nielsen and the entire Run Nevada Board of Directors. They have put on one heck of a setup here, and of course we are all anticipating the show tonight with Brian White and Wade Hayes. If you didn't already see our interview with Wade Hayes just a few minutes ago, go back to Facebook and go to our StoryCounty.News Facebook page and check out the live interview that we did just moments ago with Wade Hayes. And as you can see, some participants starting to filter into this last stretch. We are still waiting. Brian White, he should be coming soon. We'll see. This will kind of be a good test to see where Brian stands on the runner's ladder, so to speak. We talked to Wade Hayes. I actually asked Wade if Wade had thought about participating in this event. And he said that he tore his ACL. You can listen back to the interview, but he said he tore his ACL. Sounded like jumping off of a stage to talk to a fan years ago, and his knee has never been the same since. So if you are an athlete or you've torn your ligaments in your knee, you know exactly what Wade's talking about. So, but he will be performing, and Brian White will be performing with him. It sounds like those two will be collaborating on some stuff tonight from Bob Williams Arena. So we will go ahead and take a look back at the track here. Maybe you have some family members participating in the run today, and if you do, we want to thank them because proceeds from today's event do go to the Nevada Foundation, John, which do help. It helps with a number of local causes, including pandemic relief. They've done some good things over the past 14, 15 months for those that were in need. So proceeds from today go to the Nevada Foundation. And if you pan around here, John, let's go to the left a little bit here, and you can see, or the right, let's see, you can see some are just walking the race. But every step counts. Every step counts towards the fundraising goals for Runners United Nevada. So we appreciate, and I know Dane Nielsen and the entire board of directors appreciate the hard work of the runners here who paid to get entry into this race, and of course to support the local community. And surely there are plenty of runners who are not from Nevada and not from Story County, and so their help is much appreciated as well. So as you can see here, a few more runners coming around the corner. And I envy everyone who can do this, because running has never been a strong suit of mine. And so I'd probably need a bicycle, John, if I was to try to emulate what they're doing right now. But again, props to everybody that came out and showed up today. The good news too is we've had beautiful weather. We've had a few raindrops fall on us, maybe about an hour ago or less, and some darker clouds filtering in right now, but for the most part it's been beautiful weather. And again, if it rains tonight, Bob Williams Arena is sheltered, so the race, the run, and the show tonight with Brian White and Wade Hayes will go on, rain or shine. And I'm sure some of these runners who get hot and sweaty would appreciate a good rain. So reminder too that plenty of food tonight. 3 different food trucks, local food trucks, will be available. There's going to be barbecue, there's going to be sandwiches, and there will be the beer garden open. So plenty of ways to hydrate yourself after a long race. So again, we've got more runners coming in, so we'll turn towards the runners here and.
Not.
Yes.
Just to add some humor to it, just because I love picking on you.
Yeah.
When you drink beer, you're not hydrating yourself.
You're actually right, but people like to think they're hydrating themselves, and it gives them an excuse to drink more beer, right? So, all right, we'll turn our attention back to the track here as more runners filter through.
Leave it go. Into this. If you say it into that, I'll be able to hear you really well. I can't hardly hear you with all the other noise.
And I believe we see Brian White coming around the corner now. And if this isn't Brian White, whoever this is running with the cap on, I apologize. I should have gotten Brian's number. Brian White, as you can see, passing by here. I'm gonna film a quick shot. How are you, Brian?
Good, how you doing?
We look forward to the show tonight. So as you can see, Brian leading quite a few of the runners. So he wasn't joking about being a runner, that's for certain. Brian, impressive display here. I don't know how many, we'll try to get an official entry number here later on from Dane, hopefully, and we can kind of get a feel for how many runners were here. But so far, so good.
Yep. Thank you.
This road, Mike, gets everything.
Yeah.
Every breath, everything. I have no idea.
And we see some of our younger ones participating in the race as well. Again, everybody, or the run. Everybody counts. Sunshine's starting to pop out here, and I'll tell you, it is a bit humid today, John. We've had quite a bit of rain here in Story County over the past couple of days, and so it is quite humid. But that's a good change. We had kind of a long winter with COVID, and so I think many people appreciate the heat. I know I do. And it's a beautiful day for a run. So this is awesome, and certainly a beautiful day. John, you gonna have a beer tonight?
Oh, most definitely.
What's your beer of choice? Michelob?
No. That's Robin's.
Let's get the mic up to you.
That's Robin's. That's not mine.
Robin is his wife. So what's the beer choice tonight?
What beer do they have here?
I have no idea.
You don't know
I have no idea. We'll have to talk to the beer garden people here.
Porters
in a
and
little
stouts. Porters and stouts.
bit. Porters
That
and
could be
stouts.
that could be a.
It's a good band name. It's a good name for a band. Porters and stouts.
Or a good sailor song. I don't know. Sounds like something from yo ho ho.
Something
porter
from
and stout.
like something from Popeye.
Yeah.
The old Popeye shows. So to give everybody a feel for where we are, let's pan around a little bit. You see the rodeo stadium here to our left, kind of right in front of us, where this group of people has navigated. This is the part of the Story County Fairgrounds. You see the rabbits and poultry. I don't know if you call it a barn, but just past that you have the beer garden, and of course on the other side of the rabbits and poultry, way past, we can't really see it from this direction, but that is Bob Williams Arena over there, where of course the concert is taking place tonight. So, some people talk about Iowa not being the most beautiful place in the world. Boy, on a day like today, with a lot of people who are benefiting their health and people who are benefiting a good cause, it makes you appreciate Central Iowa a bit.
I love it here.
I love it here too, John.
I didn't think I would.
You're a Colorado guy, born and raised, right?
Well, mountains. I was
Yeah.
raised around mountains specifically, and then even when I moved to Arizona, we lived in Flagstaff. The San Francisco peaks, they're mountains, but they weren't majestic enough for me.
Just so everybody knows, John is our, I want to call you my producer.
Your producer?
Can we call you a producer?
That's a little grandiose.
John helps with a lot of the behind the scenes activities of the website, so a big credit goes to him. And of course, he's helping with our video production and our camera production today, and has made this live stream possible. So much thanks go out to him. And we sort of, I think we figured out our glitch earlier with the audio video issues. So I think we're synced now, and we're enjoying where we're at currently.
I don't know if anybody's actually hearing me though through that mic.
Yeah, if you can't hear,
I don't think anybody's actually hearing me way over there on that mic. Now that I'm standing in the mic, they might, but
with the windsock, that really cuts out all the background, everything from the outside.
Yeah.
So, which we
the
appreciate.
road's picking up everything.
Yeah, we're going to be throwing some extra footage onto our side and onto our YouTube channel. If you're watching this and you're familiar with our website, you're familiar with our Facebook page, and maybe you've found us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Twitter is one that we're trying to really build, along with YouTube. YouTube is a brand new platform for us. We just started YouTube here just 2 weeks ago, and if you haven't already and you're planning on coming to the show tonight, check out our interviews with Wade Hayes and Brian White. We talked to both of them over the past couple of weeks, so certainly appreciate the gratitude on their part and the time that they devoted to this entire event. This is FFA advisor Kevin Cooper running down the trail now, and he's in the home stretch here. So we appreciate Kevin's efforts today during the run. It's certainly a fixture here in the Nevada community and the school system. So we are going to say goodbye for now. We'll be back here momentarily. We're going to make our way to the other side of the fairgrounds towards the finish line, where we expect Brian White is finished with his part of the run, and the rest of the runners today during this wonderful event will slowly filter in and get ready for the concert tonight. Doors are now open. They opened at 5 p.m. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, come on down, get tickets at the gate. You need cash, $30 cash money for Brian White and Wade Hayes, along with the opening acts of Neil Hewitt, Chris Patterson, and Spencer Braley. So we will say goodbye for now. We'll be back momentarily. I'm Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News.
All right, we've got our next finisher coming in.
Now I'll admit you're hard.
Nice job, Monica, with a time of 39:01.
But you can bet I had to let you walk before I crawl.
Get those puppers a drink, too.
Right, wrong or right, I'm gonna stand my ground. And I ain't gonna let your memory get me down. The only time
We've got our next three coming up the hill all together.
when I'm with somebody, memory never even gets to me. Except when I'm away and when I'm
On a hot, muggy afternoon, the best way to finish a race is uphill.
just when I think
Am I right or am I right? That smile says I'm completely wrong.
when I cry, only on days it
Karen Eddie's in.
when you walk down.
Jennifer Johnson's in. And Lorraine Plath is in with a time of 39:54. Nice job, Lorraine.
You should know
And Jen and Kara. Nice job, guys.
time I ever miss you.
StoryCounty.News. I'm Corey Brada. I'm joined by Mike Whitney of Comfort Food of Huxley. He and his crew here are serving people up a bunch of tasty food items this evening in preparation for our concert with Brian White and Wade Hayes here at the Story County Fairgrounds, all part of the Run Country Fest and 5K. And Mike, I hope we don't get run over here. I mean, we have to step to the side a bit. Oh, there's Doris Day. We've got Doris Day over here in the van at Kicks. I hate to cut you off, Mike. This is Doris Day with Kicks 101.1. So we are going to... you're live right now, Doris. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Hi, Doris's daughter. I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Nicole, I'm sorry. Good to see you.
Thank you.
It's awesome to see you. So we look forward to Brian White and Wade Hayes tonight. All right. We'll talk to you more later, okay, Doris? All right. That was a nice little excerpt away from our actual interview. Okay, Mike, let's cut to the chase. I know you got people to serve up. So talk about what Comfort Food offers this evening. First of all, maybe give us a summary of the menu.
So we got a lot of different things. We pride ourselves on variety. We have personal size pizzas or 7-inch pizzas. We got a variety of those. We do sandwiches, wraps, barbecue nachos, walking tacos, and then we've got sides like cheesy hash browns, coleslaw, pineapple wild rice.
That all sounds amazing. I'm sure when I personally know this as a biker. I can't speak for runners, but you work up quite a bit of an appetite. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy that. And as far as maybe a favorite, one that you found that your fans of yours navigate to the most.
Probably the most popular is our Philly cheesesteak.
That's what will be most popular with me tonight. And you offer drinks as well. Maybe talk about some of the selection there.
Yes, we do. We have Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, and diets and all those, water, root beer. Yeah.
And we want to just put in a plug in. We appreciate the local vendors here, and supporting local is obviously one of the best things you can do, especially in a small community like Nevada or Huxley. How late will Comfort Foods be here tonight?
We'll be here till 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So you've got several hours. Again, whether it's before the show, whether it's during the show, or maybe even after the show, come check out Mike at Comfort Foods of Huxley here at the Story County Fairgrounds, all part of the Run Country Fest and 5K here in Nevada, Iowa. I'm Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We will talk to you soon. Corey Brada live here, StoryCounty.News. We are here live again at the Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada for the Run Country Fest and 5K. The 5K is complete, and as you can see behind me here, Bob Williams Arena, which is playing host to Brian White and Wade Hayes, country stars. And this concert is presented by Burke and so many gracious sponsors that help make this all possible. So the city of Nevada is certainly very thankful for that, and we are thankful to be able to be here and be outside. And so many people here, I'm sure most people here vaccinated, but again, being outside is such a wonderful thing. We've been cooped up for so long. So if you haven't made it down here already, come down. They've got food galore. We've got alley sandwiches, we've got Comfort Food from Huxley, and we've got Smokin' Critters Barbecue from Nevada, all available here throughout the evening. And if you haven't gotten tickets, get down here fast, because tickets are running out, and at some point they will cut off sales. You'll see the nice lady here who is selling tickets. They're $30 if you haven't purchased tickets already, $30 cash. You will need cash to purchase a ticket, and bring a lawn chair. Okay, I can't emphasize that enough. If you're coming to the concert and you don't have a ticket yet, bring $30 cash and bring a lawn chair to sit on. And in just moments from now, we'll see Spencer Braley, Chris Patterson, Neil Hewitt, and then, of course, the main acts of Wade Hayes and Brian White. I'm Corey Brada with StoryCounty.News. We will check in with you a little later here from the Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada at the Run Country Fest and 5K.
Wonderful. Yes. You like peppers?
I'm gonna get the Philly next.
You are?
Yes.
Little piglet tonight.
Oh, I live for it. He was walking this way, so.
I'm Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. We are currently kind of winding down from the run part of the Run Country Fest and 5K. I'm joined by Nevada Mayor Brett Barker, and I would say a very successful run. Brett, your thoughts on the turnout and certainly the participation from both Wade and Brian in a couple different facets.
Yeah, it was the largest running event that anybody has in recent memory here. It's definitely the largest one that I've been a part of, and we've been doing races now for something like 8 or 9 years. So it was really good to see that good turnout, especially coming out of COVID, being able to do that. And we were able to have races last year, but we had to modify them significantly and do wave starts, contactless pickup. You couldn't do award ceremonies. It just wasn't the same. So to be able to do it the old-fashioned way was really, really nice. There was a good turnout. We've had great sponsor support from Burke, which helped us to do chip timing and really the professionalism of our events. You know, we have Almaco in town that makes custom medals right here in town. Every participant gets one, and then the support we get from the other sponsors allows us to actually run a really professional event, especially for a town our size.
And I know we talked about this leading up to the event with our preview story, and of course talking to yourself and Dane Nielsen, but talk about how big it is to be able to book Brian White and Wade Hayes here, along with the acts that we have right now, Chris Patterson, Neil Hewitt, Spencer Braley. But how big was it to get those two names to reschedule to come back in 2021?
Yeah, this is actually the third date. So they were supposed to be here in the spring and then the fall and had to postpone. So we actually had Brian White lined up last year and added Wade Hayes for this year. Again, thanks to our good sponsor support. And I just think being able to do something like that here in the community is great. Being able to have local events again, I think there's definitely a big appetite for music and that human element that we've all been missing over the last year and a half. And so it's been really great. And then to have acts of that magnitude, #1 country stars. I mean, I told Brian White the story. My very first concert for my 15th birthday, growing up in Florida, was actually he performed there. So it was pretty cool then to come all the way forward and have him come here to town and be able to welcome him.
And my observations from both Brian and Wade, the humility on both those guys, it's just that adds to the small town Iowa venue here. And I guess maybe expound on that a little bit more, especially with the last 14 to 15 months, what your community specifically, I mean, we know the world in general, the country in general, and certainly the state of Iowa, but what Nevada has had to deal with to culminate in this event. And we're still outside, even though a lot of people are vaccinated, as we know, and we've had that conversation. But how big is it to be able to come out of COVID this way?
Yeah, it's huge, and my day job is as a pharmacist, and so I have worked really hard to vaccinate thousands and thousands of people here through my organization in Story County. So, and this is why. I mean, events like this, being able to get back to normal, and it was, as everybody knows, you navigated things we haven't had to navigate before, and on our end too, we had an interim city administrator too, which luckily was our public safety director. If I had to pick somebody to be an interim administrator during a worldwide pandemic, it would be your public safety director. But the two of us spent a lot of time together. And just also what helped was with my day job at New Cara Pharmacy, I'm the compliance officer. So my job during the day was to navigate COVID and then to help the city navigate COVID. And then I'm also on the State Board of Pharmacy. And so we were talking about COVID at that level. So I mean, I did nothing but COVID for most of the last year and a half, and lately it's been vaccines, which is actually the exciting part to come out of it. But yeah, it's been something that people have come up to me and said, I thought I talked to you about this, and it's like, you probably did, but unless it had to do with COVID, my brain probably threw it in a filing cabinet to pull out later.
Absolutely. And I find it very intriguing, the fact that you and Dane are both in the pharmaceutical field, am I right? Yep. And so how many, do you have an estimate? I know we talked about a month ago about this, but do you have an estimated percentage of the community that's currently vaccinated?
Yeah, I think it's pretty high. I mean, Story County's numbers in general look a little lower than some of the other counties in the state, but I think a lot of that was due to just the sheer number of young people here. The college students, the young people, I think that's why that number looked a little lower. But I think out here, we've done mass clinics in Nevada, Story City, and Zering. We've done clinics in Ames. Other entities have done some there too. So there have been lots of vaccines given throughout the county. So I feel really good about where we are. It's the access now is you can just almost walk in to almost any pharmacy or get an appointment at a clinic and get vaccines same day. So if people haven't done it, that's a plug to go ahead and do it. The safety data is incredible. I mean, if you would have told me when this thing started that we would have vaccines this safe and this effective this fast, I don't think I would have believed you. So it definitely was the best case scenario to do that. And folks talk about how fast it was, and really there was just a lot of government red tape that was just eliminated. The safety things that need to be done were done. The studies that need to be done were done. And now we have real world studies with hundreds of millions of people vaccinated. So yeah, I can't say enough about how incredible that is.
Absolutely. And one final thing before we go, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention the sponsors that made all of this possible, including the bookings of Brian and Wade. Talk about the local business community and just what they mean to the people of this community and in this event.
Yeah, I think it just shows, the vibrancy of this community and the support we have from the business community to do something for the public like this. We as an organization for Runners United Nevada raise tens of thousands of dollars a year off of a lot of sponsorships. Yes, there's running entry fees and things like that, but most of the money that we're able to donate comes through our sponsorship support. And obviously Burke is a presenting sponsor. Mako does those medals. Van Wall came through to help bring Wade Hayes and add him to the ticket, but there's a whole banner in there full of dozens of other sponsors that are what helped us pull this off.
And again, you still have time to come down and enjoy the food trucks, the wonderful music. The Story County Fairgrounds is hopping this evening, so Brett, we appreciate you speaking with us, and we really appreciate the hard work, not only that you've made here at this event, but in helping people get back to normal by means of inoculations.
Yeah, and we thank you guys for being here. It's great to have local news getting out there. And yeah, definitely come up. Food trucks, I have my eye on some barbecue over there. I'm going to go get some smoked meat for myself for dinner and watch the show.
John, you already had, what did you have, John? Korean tacos. You go to Smoking Critters Barbecue and get the Korean tacos. I had the Philly sandwich from Comfort Foods from Huxley. They're all down here. Yeah, he's getting a Philly, so feel free to pig out. It's a great evening. It's just perfect weather. So Brett, again, we appreciate it, and we will continue to cut in live periodically through the end of the night. Again, Brian White, Wade Hayes, very soon taking the stage here at Bob Williams Arena at the Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada, Iowa. For StoryCounty.News, I'm Corey Brada.
All right, folks, can we get another round of applause for Chris Patterson and Spencer Braley? That was awesome, and Chris and Spencer have been real gracious in helping us out with all the sound equipment and everything. We really appreciate all their work. And of course, their band, Great Caesars Goat. Make sure to check them out on Spotify and on Facebook, and their solo work as well, like Chris said. At this time, I would like to call our entire run board up here. I just want to recognize these guys. I serve as president of the board for Runners United Nevada, but nothing happens without a team. So I want to make sure these guys get their due recognition because it's a lot of work putting on. It's a lot of work to put this thing on. So I do want to recognize them. They're working their way up here, and then I'll tell you who they are. Coming from this way, we've got Mayor Brett Barker, we've got Angie Cheddar, we've got Sarah Gilchrist, Dan Turner, Eileen Patterson, and we're currently missing Micah Hayek and Heather Bedingfield. But we've got a fantastic board. And Amy Rosenberg. Amy has actually got her daughter's confirmation this evening, so she's not able to be here, but she helped out with the race earlier. But putting on a big 5K event, followed almost immediately by a concert, is a big undertaking. I do also want to thank the Nevada JCs for all the work they're doing with the beer garden, Comfort Food Alleys, which this is their first public event since getting it approved by the state, and Smoking Critters Barbecue, all here. We're really happy to have them as well. If you haven't yet gotten some food, make sure to go over and get some food from them. But yeah, once again, let's give a round of applause to our board for all the work they do. And now we're going to let Neil do a sound check, and then we're going to get things going here in just a few minutes. $500 scholarship, and I told them I wasn't going to put them on the spot, but I actually am going to put them on the spot. I just decided right here, and they're really excited about it. I can tell, I can feel the energy. So just tell us who you are, where you're going in the fall, and what you're majoring in.
I'm Grace Cahill, and I'm going to Iowa State in the fall, and I'm majoring in nutritional science with a pre-dental school track.
I'm Elliot Frieders. I'm going to attend Loras College this fall. I have an undecided major, but I'm going to have a pre-law track.
Once again, give these two a round of applause. Mayor Barker is going to present them with a pair of $500 checks as they head off to college. Once again, guys, congratulations. Thank you for applying, and we're very excited for you and very proud of you. So we'll get started here with Neil in just a few minutes.
My daddy always was a gentleman, never the kind who forced his hand.
Corey Brada here reporting StoryCounty.News. Wanted to give everybody an update. We are minutes away now from Wade Hayes and Brian White, who Wade told us earlier today they're going to be doing some songs together as a kind of a country duo tonight. So that will be fun. Right now, as you can see, if you pan over here, John, we've got local favorite Neil Hewitt, who is actually a Story County native himself, and a Nevada native, and he is performing right now. We got an opportunity to see Chris Patterson, Spencer Braley as well. And so again, minutes from now, Wade Hayes and Brian White will take center stage, and should be a great culminating pair of acts here at the Story County Fairgrounds as part of the Run Country Fest and 5K. So again, again, you still got some time to get down here. Lots of great food and lots of great country music. Again, down here at the Story County Fairgrounds in Nevada. We will check in with you a little later. Again, stay tuned to StoryCounty.News on Facebook for live cut-ins of Brian and Wade performing. And again, we'll talk to you here in a little bit. I'm Corey Brada with StoryCounty.News. We'll talk to you soon.
This is what it's saying. Said I'm tired of being someone send I'm sick of counting on promises never kept. 'Cause I've been thinking about burning all the bridges to my path. Yeah, hey, cowboy, have you got a song like that? She was searching for some healing, that an old heart breaks on the ground. Well, I knew just how she was feeling.
StoryCounty.News. We are joined by local musician Neil Hewitt. And Neil, first of all, everybody loved your performance tonight. And the first thing I want to ask you, first of all, how have you dealt with the past year? I'm sure it's been a hit. We talked with Brian, we talked with Wade. You got your fan club here, your homies talking, yelling up a storm. That's great. But we talked to Wade and to Brian, and they talked about how big of a hit COVID has taken on all musicians, especially in the country realm.
Sure.
What has it done for you, or what has it done to you, I should say?
Well, last year I would say probably a 30% hit as far as business goes, because I play. Live music is one of the least essential things you can do, and only essential things were allowed. So when you're in the entertainment business, that's the first to go when a pandemic hits. So we were probably the last to come back. So yeah, it was a big hit. Luckily, I lived in Iowa, so it was some states had a lot more restrictions than I did, so it could have been worse, but you got by, but it was not fun, that's for sure. But it's a lot better this year, and I'm booked solid this summer, so all good.
That's awesome to hear. And talk about your roots. You were an Iowa guy,
yep,
right? Right here locally in Story County. So just talk about that, what it's like to be able to come back here. I don't want to say post-COVID, because that would make it seem like we're completely through the pandemic, but we've got some work to do, but we're heading in the right direction. What's it feel like to be back out here and kind of kickstart things here in Nevada?
It feels great. I grew up here in Nevada, and I haven't played here in a while, and it just feels good. I think everyone was getting a little stir crazy, and it feels good to be able to come back out and perform for people live.
What's it like to be able to open up for Wade Hayes and Brian White?
It's great. I've been fans of theirs for a long time, and I'm looking forward to hearing them perform tonight.
And was there a particular country act in the 90s that you sort of, I'm not asking you to necessarily throw out Wade Hayes or Brian White, was there somebody in the 90s that you kind of modeled your style after?
Well, my favorite was probably Travis Tritt, but he's not really my style, but for some reason I really dug his music, and he's kind of one of his albums in 2001 was kind of what made me want to be a country singer. And even though I'm not really his exact style, but I'm a huge fan of his. But yeah, so I would say he's probably at the top of my list.
Where are you headed next? Where can people find your music, et cetera, et cetera? Promote yourself a little bit.
My website, neilhewittmusic.com. I'm also on social media, Facebook, all that. But I'm booked solid throughout Iowa and the surrounding states this summer, so they can find all my upcoming shows on the website or social media if they Google me.
Neil Hewitt here at the Run Country Fest and 5K in Nevada, and in just moments from now we'll enjoy a couple music legends in Brian White and Wade Hayes. Appreciate it, Neil, and thank you so much for helping make this event kind of a bounce back for everybody here in Story County.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
We will be back here soon, recapping the day's events. Again, down at the Story County Fairgrounds, the Run Country Fest and 5K. For StoryCounty.News, I am Corey Brada. We'll talk to you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, how about a round of applause for Neil Hewitt? Great to have Neil back again on this stage. At this time, I want to bring Mayor Barker back up here, along with a couple of special individuals we want to take a couple moments to thank here. This is really well choreographed, if you couldn't tell. All right, so as you probably all have noticed, we've got some real big signs up here. Burke Corporation and Van Wall. They helped put this concert together financially. We owe them a debt of gratitude for their contributions to making this all happen. We are thankful for their support to this concert and this community. We have a number of sponsors there up on the banner over there as well who have really helped with the race series this year, but Van Wall and Burke specifically with the concert helped a ton. So again, we're real thankful with them. We've got Rick Hawbaker and we've got Chad Randick. Rick is here with Van Wall, Chad is here with Burke. Please give these two a round of applause, and again, their companies for all the work they've done to make this concert possible. Rick is a little stage shy. All right, at this time I'll let these guys head off the stage now that they've been adequately recognized. And at this time I'm going to bring Doris Day up here. She is with Kicks 101.1, today's best country in Iowa. And Doris is going to make an introduction that we're all waiting for. So Doris, it's all yours.
Thanks, Dane. So appreciate it. Hello, everybody. Hey! It is so great to be back here, and I mean here on a stage. Going to be introducing live music for the first time in our area in over a year. So let's just give ourselves a huge round of applause for being here tonight. Yeah! I'm Doris Day from Kicks 101.1. Been there for now 17 years. Before that I was up at Wax 104.5 where I actually met Brian Hayes for the first time up there at Country Jam. But I'm so glad to be down here. This is just, I love this area. I would not want to be anywhere else except right where I am right now. And I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so excited to be able to announce that we have two great artists from the 90s. How many people love the music of the 90s? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Wade Hayes and Brian White.
Well, hello. I hope you guys are half as excited as we are to be here. We, just like you, had all of last year off, and it sucked. So we are glad to be here in Iowa and play some good 90s country music for you. You ready? I've got one of the most talented dudes in the world right here with me. You guys know we got a lot in store for you.
Same. It's always a pleasure to be up here with this guy. One of my favorites of all time.
So who wants to start this off? You want me to?
Go for it. If you want to.
Y'all let me warm these old digits up a little bit. Here's the number one song for you. Yeah. On a good night, I can hop in my truck, round up friends and any kind of love we can end up. Out of man harvest man. On job. It was heavy, heavy, pouring down me.
All right, man, I'm pretty partial to the decade of the '90s too. I always tell everybody, well, about half of my show is a throwback Thursday, you know. So I'm gonna go way back to, this is my second single that I ever released. It's a song I still love to this day. It was my first top 20 record. Hopefully you'll remember the song, and hopefully you've forgotten all about the hair that I had at that time. So here we go. we shot a video to it. And it was at Living History Farms in Des Moines. in Des Moines, Iowa. No, I'm kidding. In Des Moines, Iowa. And I had a shirt on. I wasn't making any money at that time, so I had this shirt on. I still remember. Every time I see that shirt, I think about it because I bought it at Walmart. And then it became a #1 record thanks to y'all. So I have a really strong connection to Iowa because of that song and because of shooting that video there. I remember playing the state fair in Des Moines as well. I'm sure Wade played the state fair there too as well. Wade and I literally there was a certain period of time in our careers we were literally just chasing each other. I mean, everywhere, if I hadn't been there yet, Wade was on his way, you know, so. But great memories and so thankful for this one. So, if you know it, sing along. Here we go.
Cheers for quiet girl, green eyes for the fire. Her daddy was riding out on mama's show. Bigger than the king our hearts desire. Long about the start of second grade. Mrs. Rose and Blue sit beside her. So we pass notes and not the school day.
Come on, y'all.
Singing, ring around the rosy pocket of the dreams of roses. Let it take a baker's name, tag your red. Ain't the king that I think I hear my mama gotta go. May I never show. What it really means to be in love. Give and take, hold it back for heaven's sake. Fighting for a week and making up. I said please, think about to marry me. Brown eyed and my car out by the curb. She was so surprised, first she laughed and then she cried. Somewhere in the heart of tear I heard. Ring around her rosy pocket for the dreams of roses. Had a cake of pink as many tangerine. Kick the kid in. Mama, that's the parts left for me. Gotta go. Thank God for mama. And I never snow. That's the way it goes. But when it's right, another goes. Yeah. Authority was born in Tennessee. That's a kind of little miracle, I know. But for me, Becky Lynn, she's the dream that's started when we fell in love so many years ago.
All right, your turn. Here we go.
See, ring around. Yes, I do.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You guys have any requests at all? That's one of the great things about these acoustic shows is we kind of get to do what we want, no set list, so I'm just going to do what I want.
son.
Oh my goodness. Well, I will. Hope y'all remember this one. This was a top 5 as well. Last night, I took the line when I told you I could say goodbye. And here brings Speaking about America, you brought a tune to my mind. Would you guys mind if I did you a brand new song? I'll get some stuff you might know later on. Y'all, I'm going to preface this with don't hate me, okay? I am the most faulted individual you probably would ever run across, so I'm not running down anybody. I just get sick of watching the news and seeing what I'm seeing. It breaks my heart. I don't know about y'all. So, my feeble mind started turning like it does, you know. There's no more black and white. This ain't no John Wayne movie, ain't nothing but a crime. It sure looks like the bad guys won this time. What we're seeing now is just the gospel truth. You turn away from God, my friend, and turn away from you. Praise generation for never in their praise. The thing they thought and died for the mess we're in today. That's right. Weekend's gone, I won't have time to spare. I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care. My leg on highway up with a hammer in my hand. We've all been given something that maybe I don't understand. I don't know how I got to work, but I'll show you out there. I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care. When they go flying on Friday, way back early the leaves are brown. I got just another few days and head back to town. Boss says, son, have a long way far, won't hurt you anywhere. I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care. I made one how to wake up with a hammer in my hand. What's been given something that me that I don't understand. Hey, I don't know how I got to work, but I'll show you out there. I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care. I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care. Let go! Let go! That made me feel good. I sure appreciate that.
Man, I still remember when that came out. I was absolutely blown away by that record. I still am. You know, driving around here in Iowa the last day or so, there's a lot of it that reminds me of where I'm from. Wade and I are both from Oklahoma. There's a lot of
Exact same thing today. It looks like the farmland down in Oklahoma.
It does. It looks very similar. I'm gonna do you one. Maybe you don't know. It's a fun song that I wrote with two of my buddies, Neil Thrasher and Darren George. Those guys are super talented, and they always fun to get together with them. You know, I don't know if we have any songwriters out there, but sometimes songwriting can really kick your butt. You show up and you're in a room with a couple of guys or a couple of gals, and you're throwing out what you kind of feel like is the best thing on your plate, idea-wise, and sometimes everybody kind of throws everything at the wall for a while, and sometimes nothing nothing seems like it's sticking. This was kind of one of those days, but the thing that saved the day, I think, was somebody decided maybe it was best to go to lunch, you know. So we went to lunch and started talking about how busy our lives were, and we sort of stumbled into this idea of doing nothing. This whole concept of doing nothing and just chilling and turning your cell phone off, too much screen time. And so maybe this is where you are. I don't know, but I think we all need to shut it down every so often. This one's called Amen. One Sunday won't hurt. It's just one of those days besides. Don't think the man of mine. If I take in something spiritual out here right now in your eyes, can I get an amen? Amen. Sorry. Man, how long's it been? It's been too long. Alright, here comes the second verse. Here we go. I'm up for just laying in bed, yeah. Shut it down for once instead. I always gotta be somewhere. Now this feels like a dancing thread. So why don't we give that sweet red lips you and so well again? Y'all so much. Thanks for picking on that way. It sounds good, man.
I love that song. Here's I get to messing around and forget to do the #1 song that we've had. I've been in trouble more than once for that very thing. This is I started writing this song on a buddy of mine's couch in Harrah, Oklahoma, before I even moved to Nashville. It's the second #1 tune I had. It's one called I'm Still Dancing With You. I'm sitting here surrounded by paper life. There's cold music's good life. That used to be here, a smile on my face, but I've just this crowd. There's a brunette on the dance floor. It's my own time too. So I got up and asked her for a dance. When she put her arms around me and I held her right loose, it was just too soon to take another chance. 'Cause I'm still dancing with you. I know we said we were through, but I keep holding on. Letting go is just too hard to do. Even when I hold someone, I'm still dancing with you. When the song was over, I held on longer. Deep inside I knew it was wrong. I could hold her in my arms all the rest of the night, but I'd just be leaving her. 'Cause I'm still dancing with you. I know we said we were through, but I keep holding on. Letting go is just too hard to do. Even when I walk somewhere, I'm still dancing with you. Even when I'm holding someone, I'm still dancing with you. Thank y'all. I so appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. Talking about blessings and being thankful. I am reminded quite often that it's a big blessing to have to do songs, certain songs. There are songs that I have to do, like you would have been totally mad at me if I wouldn't have done Not Supposed to Love You Anymore, and then somebody mentioned Rebecca Lynn. It's a big deal to have to play these songs, and I know that there are people that are great singers and great players that don't have hits yet, that they're working real hard to get there, and so I don't take it for granted. Okay, this is a song I wrote back in '96, and it was a #1 record. It was my first #1 record as a songwriter, so it was a really big deal to watch something go from, like Wade said, just sitting on the couch creating something and working on it for 2 or 3 months to all of a sudden seeing it at the top of the charts. It's pretty hard to describe. It's kind of an out-of-body experience, but it's such a great feeling having a hit song that you were part of co-creating. So thank y'all very much for this one. Straight out of some story, like an eye at the rain. You are loving for me.
couldn't get out of here without doing this this song. We got any dog lovers in the audience? This last song that I recorded and put out in video. It's on the t-shirts. Oh, speaking of, we got some t-shirts and junk if you guys are interested. As soon as the last note struck, I'm gonna go straight back there. And even if you don't want anything, I'd sure like to shake your hand and thank you for coming out tonight. So if you want to just come by and say hello, I appreciate it very much. I wrote this song about an old dog I found at a filling station one night. It was about midnight. I was coming home, and he was an old stray dog, and he was covered in ticks and had holes in him. He was rail thin, and I was filling up, and he jumped right up in my truck and sat down like he belonged there. He had a pizza crust hanging out of his mouth, of all things. Sat down and looked at me, and I looked at him. I took that dog home. That was over 10 years ago. He was the best dog I ever had in my life. I loved him very much, and unfortunately, he was one of the awful things that happened last year. He got old and he gave up on me. I miss him every day, but the song I wrote for old Jack is called Who Saved Who, and it's the truth, every word of it. Haze digging through the trash, and an all-night filling station. He was looking for some scraps, and he was frail, like he'd been a while alone. He came to the truck, he jumped right in the front seat. He had a half-eaten pizza crust clamped in his crooked teeth, and he smiled like he was finally home. And he'd been with me through hell and back again, and I know it's often said, but he had been my best friend. They call him Rescue, but I'm not sure that's true. 'Cause there's times I wonder who's saved who. At first it was trying, 'cause he was still a pup. There's no telling how much furniture and boots that he chewed up, but it was worth it. Well, we got through that first year, 'cause for damn near a decade he'd been a constant in my life, and he helped pull me through what were my darkest times, and I know I'm sure thankful he was here, 'cause he'd been with me through hell and back again. And I know it's often said, but he had been my best friend. They call him Rescue, but I'm not sure that's true. 'Cause there's times I wonder who's saved who. All the roads we've ridden, all the miles that we've walked, and everything he's seen and heard, I'm sure glad he can't talk. I just hope and pray that he can stay in peace another 10, 'cause I know I'm nowhere strong enough for life without him. 'Cause he'd been with me through hell and back again, and I know it's often said, but that dog, he wasn't my best friend. They call him Rescue, but I'm not sure that's true. 'Cause there's times I wonder who's saved who. Oh, Jack, I think
someone out there who has meant to know me. Yes, I must be wishing on somebody else's star. It seems like someone else keeps getting what I'm wishing for. Why can't I be as lucky as those other people are? I guess I must be wishing on someone else's star. I sit here in the dark and stare up at the sky. I can't give my heart one good reason why. Everywhere I look, it's lovers that I see. It seems like everyone's in love, but everyone with me. I guess I must be wishing on someone else's star. It seems like someone else keeps getting what I'm wishing for. Why can't I be as lucky as those other people are? Oh, I guess I must be wishing on someone else's star. Why can't I be as lucky as those other people are? Oh, I guess I must be wishing on someone else's star. Y'all want to sing a chorus real quick? Alright, here we go. So I must be
Oh, man, I love that song. What was that?
Thank you, thank you.
I'm going to do y'all one more song. It's a song I wrote, very important to me. Some hard lessons I learned over the last 10 years. It's a beautiful world, a beautiful life we're blessed with. Don't take a day for granted like I did. Like my oncologist told me, I'm going to tell you, go live your life, folks. Taken from someone who knows life ain't fair sometimes, man, it ain't even close. You take a shot right on the chin. You lay there wondering if you never get back again. It took a miracle to open up my eyes. Now I'll offer you some good advice. Go live your life. Go chase your dreams. 'Cause we got no way, no, go out to our brains. Swing for the fence, take that chance. Not wake up one day and see it's passing by. And go live your life. Well, I made a vow I pull through. I wouldn't take for granted what I used to. I cherish each day, 'cause it's all we have. 'Cause man, you never know when it might be your last. It's looking like I can erase the end, make you wanna just what I've been. So go live your life, go chase your dreams, 'cause we got no way to know what tomorrow brings. Swing for the fence, take that chance, don't wake up one day to see it's past your back. Go live your life, it got down to you, and I realize the truth. My regrets remind me what I've done, what I didn't do. So go live your life, go chase your dreams, 'cause we got no way to know what tomorrow brings. Swing for the fence, take that chance, don't wake up one day and see it's past your back. Go live your life, 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 go live your life. Y'all, God bless y'all.
Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all for having us tonight. Mr. Wade Hayes, y'all.
Mr. Brian White, thank y'all so much.
God bless y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about another applause for Brian White and Wade Hayes? All right, before you guys disappear off the stage, we have these quarter zips that we've given to our runners for the series this year. But as our guests of honors, we're backwards here, Brett. He had the extra, or he had the medium, I had the extra large. Do the math. We wanted to present these to our guests of honor this evening as a thank you for being here. Our Runners United Nevada Series 2021 polos for you. Take home with you. Thank you guys so much. So, all right, they're going to go back to the back corner there. If you see in the back corner, there's a big run banner. They're going to go back there to sign autographs, take pictures. They'll hang out for a little bit. So just line up back there, and we'll get you back there.
Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. As you can see, the show has wrapped up here in Nevada. Certainly, Brian White and Wade Hayes met all the expectations. Terrific show this evening, and a great great way to wrap up this year's Run Country Fest and 5K presented by Burke, Van Wall, and so many local sponsors. And as you can see behind us now, we've got Wade Hayes and Brian White meeting with the local fans and those that enjoyed his show today, taking pictures and signing autographs, and just a great way to bounce back from what has been a very long 14 to 15 months or so. So the beer garden is open until midnight. The food trucks are wrapping up as well. but still music, still a good time here. And again, outdoors, people enjoyed themselves today. What a wonderful day. There were some money awarded to some young people here in Nevada. If you haven't seen that video of those awards, check out our Facebook page and you can find footage of that. That was terrific for those young individuals that are going off to college. And then, of course, we had just so many people enjoy themselves today, which we haven't been able to do that in a long time. So again, as kind of a wrap here in Nevada, excuse me, John? There is going to be, there's going to be dancing. I was just told there's going to be dancing. John wanted me to say that to everybody. So there's going to be dancing down here in the barn in Bob Williams Arena. So as sort of a good wrap here on the 2021 edition of the Run Country Fest and 5K, I'm Corey Brada, StoryCounty.News. Thank you for following us throughout this entire event. And stay tuned to our Facebook page. Stay tuned to our Twitter page. Give us a follow. Give us a follow on Instagram. And our brand new YouTube page. Subscribe for the latest around Ames and all of Story County. Thank you for listening all day today, and we'll talk to you soon. Corey Brada signing off, StoryCounty.News.